Winco, getting unloaded. Yesterday was just crazy. I went through my very first DOT inspection. It was a level 1 inspection. For those of you who don't know what a level 1 is, that's when they inspect the entire outside of the vehicle. They go under the truck, the trailer. They check your brakes. They check your tires, your hoses, your plugs, your electrical plug, your electrical box, your left turn signal, right turn signal, pretty much everything on the exterior of the trailer and the tractor. My inspection happened in Banning, California, pretty much on your way into or further into Cali when you're coming into Cali from like the Arizona side. And I thought, everything was going to be okay. They're just going to let me go right on through. And then they're like, go to Bay 1 and get an inspection. So, got inspected. They tried to say that there was an issue with the left or right turn signal, but there wasn't. If it was on the trailer, if it was on the tractor, it doesn't matter. That's not like a out of service violation or anything like that. It's just something that they're going to tell you to get fixed. But if it's on the trailer, then that's when it's an out of service violation. But he tried to say that the trailer light was out, but it wasn't. It was the tractor's front light, but that's just a light bulb, so I'll get that fixed. Not a problem. Biggest thing that was an issue during the inspection was the fact that one of the tires was flat, and I'm going to tell you guys why. And then the hub seal was actually leaking, and it had pretty much contaminated the brakes. So those are things that you would have noticed on your pre-trip. Now, I did do a pre-trip of the truck before I actually started driving for the day, but typically you hit the tires with a bat or something, or to check the tire pressure, or you kick it with your foot. Going forward, I know that I'm not going to do that because it's hard for me to tell whether or not the tire is flat. Now, on a semi-truck, the tire relatively doesn't look flat. It doesn't have the appearance of a flat tire like a car. In some cases, the tire is actually still inflated. It just has no PSI whatsoever, or it looks to be inflated. So kicking it for me doesn't work. Hitting it with something doesn't work because I don't know if I can't differentiate the sound or the tone or the difference like that. But going forward, I'm going to be using a tire pressure gauge. If those of you who don't know what that is, I will be inserting one so that you can see exactly what that looks like. But when I stop to check in somewhere, or if I stop to fuel up, I've told myself that those are my 2 times. Then I'm going to be checking my tire pressure throughout the day. You want your tires roughly to be all of them at 100 psi. That's good tire pressure for all of the tires on the trailer and the tractor. Fueling or topping off, I'm going to do my walk around inspection of the outside. I'm going to check all of my tire pressure after I check into my pickup, and if I have to wait because they don't have a door yet for me, I'm going to go ahead and check my tire pressure with the tire pressure gauge, and then once I get to my delivery, I'm also going to check my tire pressure with the tire pressure gauge. So that is how I'm going to be checking the tire pressure going forward. I'm not going to kick it or hit it with something because that method doesn't work for me. Now, so I highly doubt that I'm going to have to check the tire pressure for my entire CDL career with a tire pressure gauge. Eventually I will, get more accustomed to the tone of a flat tire versus an inflated tire. It's just right now I can't really tell the difference. Kicking it doesn't work because they still feel the same to me. So that's that. So that is an out of service. So you have to get that fixed there at the way station, they won't let you leave until it's fixed, or until you go back through the inspection lane and detail that it's fixed. Also, the hub seal was leaking. Now, again, when I had started my pre-trip or initiated my pre-trip earlier in that morning, it wasn't leaking. There wasn't, I didn't notice any leak. Assuming that it was during that 5-hour drive before I actually got to my delivery and got stopped in Banning, is during that time when it, was leaking or began to leak or so forth. But yeah, so that was another thing that I had to get fixed. So thankfully there was a mechanic on site. He was able to get I think he patched the tire and inflated it back up to the normal standard, and then he went in and cleaned the hub seal, and I think he put on a new brake pads, or maybe just cleaned them off. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm gonna take you guys out there and we're gonna take a look at it so we can see exactly what he did and what happened. But yeah, it cost me 4 hours that I was there. So it caused me to be late to my delivery going into California. I was delivering a load of empty cans, and then it also caused me to be late to my pickup, which was coming back into Arizona, which is where I'm at now for my delivery, is at the delivery location in Arizona, which I did make on time. My delivery wasn't until 6:30. I got here at 1 o'clock and I checked in early. They said it was going to take about 3 or 4 hours for them to unload me, so I'm thankful that I got here early, and hopefully I'll be out of here by that time instead of having to wait any longer. So yeah, we're gonna go outside and take a look at exactly what was going on. And yeah, so typically when I would do my inspection, I would walk around, and this is what I would do. I'd kick the tire like that, I'd kick the tire, I'd kick the back tire, and I would kick all the tires. So again, even right now, they still feel the absolute same. So I didn't know when I was doing this that this tire here, so this is on the 5th axle. So don't know if you know, but this is the 5th inner tire. This is the outer, this is the inner. So it was this tire here that was flat, was reading 0 PSI. So again, going forward, I will be checking the tires with the tire pressure gauge, and you would check that one through here. And we learned this during pre-trip, and you're going to learn this during pre-trip too if you're trying to get your CDL currently. This is the valve stem for the outer tire here, and this is the valve stem for the inner tire. So this is what you're going to put the tire pressure gauge onto, and it's going to give you the PSI reading for that inner tire there. So that is what I'm going to be doing going forward to check my tire pressure for my pre-trip inspection. You guys may hear a loud noise because they're actually going in and unloading the trailer right now. I can hear them like dropping in with the forklift and rolling out, but I'm going to go ahead and zoom in right here. So this part here that you guys see, so that is going to be where the brake lining is, where the brake lining is, and that is actually where the leak was. So as I was trying to say, the leak was, I'm going to try to zoom in as much as I can, was on the inner part there. But it had leaked to the point to where it was down, like you could see it down here. So it had got on the bearing of the seal there. So they had to take all of that off and clean those parts off in order for me to get back on the road, and that is what caused me to be 4 hours late to my pickup and to my delivery and my next pickup. So you guys, I cannot stress this enough. Please, ladies, if you are just getting out here and doing this, and this year your first few months on the job, please do a proper pre-trip. It will save you so much time in the future, I promise. So I know it's dark, but that's because we are on the inside of the trailer. So sometimes you guys will get loads to where it's an OSD, so it's either overage, a shortage, or damaged products. Right now we have a overage of products. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pallets worth of stuff. So I am going to unload this the best I can and get it out of here, because this can't be in here for when I have my next pickup in the morning. They won't even load the truck if this is in here. So things you have to do as an owner op.